Met everybody so far, and I just feel really lucky to be looking in this room and to have met all of Adam's family, and of course be so close with our and to know Ellen. I mean, just we all know each other so well. But I'm Kaylee, in case you forgot.
I'm Allie.
And Maddy is our third sister, if you will.
Our youngest cousin.
Our youngest cousin, and we have just been so lucky to grow up in our close-knit family. Rita's like our second mom. I'm getting emotional.
Me too. Like, stop.
Yeah. But we specifically spent the summers living at their house for a month, and we just got really close as kids, and we just feel so lucky and grateful that we get to be so close as adults too. And we wrote a couple things down to not get sidetracked. And okay, you really want to? Yeah, Maddy she really grew into herself, and she had a great career and a great life, and she was so happy. We had so many long walks, and we're like, life is awesome. And she was living every dream. It just had that little missing piece of sharing it with somebody. And I know Allie and I have found our person, and we just wanted her to find her person, and she did. She found Adam. And I think that they only got better together, and they're such wonderful people outside of each other, but we're just so happy that you guys found each other. And I like to always say that you wait forever to find your person, and we're so grateful we found them earlier than later.
And it only takes one.
And it only takes the right one. And I'll let Allie say a few things.
I think for me, what I loved about Adam was he just immediately fit in with he was at baby showers, bridal showers from the beginning. I was like, you're really game for these big life moments, and you didn't feel uncomfortable, and you loved that. There was one Thanksgiving where Brian and I came without my whole family. They were sick, and what I loved to see was Adam just genuinely loved being around our family, and I thought that was really special. And it's not a chore for you to be there. I can tell that. I hope. I read it as you like to be there. I think I'm good at reading people. I hope.
Wait till you meet our family.
We're having a great
mild.
Yeah, we're coming to the after party next time, so maybe you're stuck with us. But as Maddie's oldest cousin, she's my youngest cousin. It's pretty crazy to me that we're here. In my head, you're still 9, but somehow you're getting married, which is so exciting. But as Haley said, this is the last one, so we have to go all out. Buddy Brian, don't get too close. But we love you guys so much. We're so excited to celebrate with you all. Looking forward to what the rest of the weekend has in store.
Welcome to the fam.
Rita made the mistake of asking me to speak not only once, but twice this weekend. I'm Andy, Maddy's brother. I'm officiating the ceremony tomorrow. But I did want to say a few words tonight about this great couple and talk a bit about my relationship with Maddy and Adam. And I just wanted to share a few words about how amazing you are. And my sister and I are incredibly close. We're only 2 years apart. We went to UCLA together for school. We share a lot of the same interests, which is why it's totally shocking to me that she ended up with somebody that openly cheers for the Yankees. But I knew Adam was the one even before I met him. Maddy flew out to visit my family, and I picked her up from Newark Airport to drive back to my house in Philadelphia. And if you've done that drive, you know that it was longer than their actual first date, probably 2 to 3 days before this flight. And Maddy spent the whole time talking about Adam and how smart he was, how great he was, how funny he was. And then she drops the real bombshell, and she's like, he's a craft beer enthusiast, just like you. And I'm like, perfect, this is great. That sounds like a great man. And then a couple of months later, he proved he was really, he was serious when he flew all the way from San Diego to Philadelphia to meet my family in month 3. Which is a huge move. That's when most guys are still pretending they don't check their texts too fast. Adam hops on a flight, flies across the country willingly to meet, my family and I. And, he willingly walked into a full family interrogation in a super exciting town called Warrenton, Pennsylvania. And I'm sure everybody here has heard of it. It's about an hour north of Philadelphia, which means it's an hour north of anything fun. My parents were there, I was there, my kids were there. It was July, which is a lovely time to be in southeastern Pennsylvania in July. And this wasn't just meeting the girlfriend's brother. This was, a full committee hearing with everybody there. And he did know how to work the system, I'll be honest. He showed up with some of my favorite beer from back home in San Diego. And suddenly I was a lot less interested in questioning. So making sure he stuck around. This is an IPA family, and Adam passed the test. Very smart guy. But over the years, I've seen just how great of a person Adam is. And the moment that really stuck with me was when we were on a family trip to Paso Robles. And my son got croup in the morning, which if you're not familiar with it, it's a respiratory infection. It blocks breathing. It was a scary moment as a parent. And a lot of us were in full panic mode. What do we do next? And I came to the conclusion, we need to go to the hospital. And I swear, within a millisecond, I was like, we need to go to the hospital. Within a millisecond, Adam's like, Twin Cities Hospital, 3.8 miles down the road, you can be there in 8 minutes. And he was already Googling, trying to figure out what he could do to help. And I thought that was a very selfless moment. I think it just shows that, he cares deeply about the people he loves. Everybody in this room, my sister, family. And he's just an extremely genuine person. And he comes from a great family that I've gotten the pleasure to meet several times on our visits out here. And, through your unwavering love and support, he's become a remarkable man who cherishes my sister every day. And it's just great to see. So, Maddy, I'm so happy for you. Adam, thank you for everything you do and the love you show her every day. I'm very proud to not only be the brother of the bride, but I'm also very proud to be the brother-in-law of the groom. So let's raise a glass to Maddy and Adam. Cheers.
We're at the bachelorette party. Already heard this one, but I knew that this was something very special when Adam and I went with Kyle and a friend of ours to Youngblood, and that's when I first heard about Maddy. And it was a big deal for him to bring that up. And he actually, through the night, which if you go to Youngblood, it's a great place. They may have changed it up a little bit, I hear, but it's still great, I'm sure. So we went, and through the night, had a couple drinks, and he invited us to over for carne asada, like on Monday. And it was like not that far from Monday. And so he invited us, and then the next morning I reached out and said, hey, I know we were having some drinks, it's okay. And that wasn't for real. He's like, no, I was serious. So we met Maddy, and it was such a special night with carne asada. And also special because it was clear that this was something that was going to be more than just that Monday night or Tuesday night carne asada. So, to you guys.
Cheers.
All right, so my name is West. Maddy is my sister-in-law. I'm married to Andy. And a tiny fun fact about me is I grew up as an only child. So when I married Andy, I didn't just get a husband, I got a sister. Not just any sister. Maddy is the only sister I'll ever have. And I couldn't have dreamed up a better one. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, this will sober me up. When I first started dating Andy, I met Maddy first before Mike and Rita. And Andy so kindly said, if my sister doesn't like you, this probably won't work out. But we're happily married with 3 kids now, so I think Maddy likes you back. So I could stand up here and gush all about Maddy, beautiful, brilliant, best cook in the family.
I agree.
Okay, let's talk about Adam now. Adam, we all knew that he was special, mostly because she wouldn't stop telling us that he was so special. Like Andy said, he came, or Maddy came for that weekend, and like she really couldn't stop talking about him. It was so sweet. But then we got to see them together, and we could understand why. I mean, Adam, you are so patient, so kind. I have never seen you mad about anything. You're like, when I think about people who are born and raised in San Diego, like much of the other people that live on the East Coast, like we think about someone like Adam. Like, nothing bothers him. And obviously, of course, what I love about most is that you make Maddy feel completely loved for exactly who she is. And that's all we could ever want for her. But Adam hasn't just changed Maddy's life. He has changed mine. I am no longer the only in-law in this family. And family parties are so much better. Adam walks in the door and he literally will just pour me a beer and himself. And that's what I need in a brother-in-law. And I need someone else for Mike and Rita to like focus on sometimes.
That's fair.
That's fair. So, coming from an only child, I have hit the jackpot. I not only have one sibling, but two. So, Maddy and Anna, love you so much.
I'm gonna respect. I was lucky enough to meet Maddy at a school that we both worked at quite a few years ago. And if you have a work friend, you should become friends with that because it could really turn out well for you. But Maddy and I were kind of on like trying to meet new people, make new friends, maybe find someone that we're interested in together. And we were really on like the Hinge cycle. We were deep in it. And one day we were at our favorite haunt, Working Class, and she told me about Adam. And he was talking to her about the March Madness tournament, which was very well timed by you two. And she was very upset that he had chosen Duke, and she was like, it's not okay, I need to tell him. And I was like, I don't know, like, he's a Hinge guy, whatever, like, we can let it go. And a week later, we didn't let it go. And on their first date, because you never know with these type of things, she was like, here's my location, I'll text you in a few hours, in case it goes badly, come pick me up. And I was like, okay. So I'm ready, I'm waiting by my phone all night, and then it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and all of a sudden it's 9:30, and I'm like, there's one of two things, it's either going really well, or something really bad is happening. And there's really no in between.
Keith Morrison was going to call you.
Right, I was like, bad things have occurred. And luckily, it was the first thing. She had too many beers, she didn't need any dinner, he didn't buy her dinner. And my next text was, hey, I have to leave my car here and Uber home, will you drive me to work the next morning? And the next morning I heard all about it. And since then, I've been hearing all about it. And it has been so lovely to see them build a relationship and build a life. And it's just so exciting that we're here. And so, cheers to you. Cheers.
Cheers. Yay.
Friends with Maddy for going on 26 years. I like to consider myself an honorary Foley.
You are an honorary Foley.
Yes, I
You're a true
benefited
Foley.
from all of Rita's amazing cooking growing up, and we were dolphins together in the pool. And, I was thinking today, like, I've heard of, love at first sight, but I've never heard of this guy is gonna marry my best friend at first sight. And that's what it was with Adam. I remember walking into Harlan for the first time. We had just had Alice, and I saw him, and like I was like, he's here. That's him. That's the guy we've been talking about our whole lives, planning for our weddings. And then as we sat down and we talked and we hung out,
it was just like, oh my gosh, like this guy's the one. And I had heard that from Maddy already, but I was like, okay. And in our car debrief on the way home, Adam was approved, and I even told Kyle, I was like, I think this guy's the one. Like, that's so crazy. And so it's really not a surprise that we're here, that you guys are getting married. And also, it's just not a surprise because you guys both come from such amazing marriages. Just love them, so. I know from experience, having a good marriage to look to, like, it's so helpful. And like, you know, Mike and Rita, I just love you guys.
We love you. You're my second daughter. Sorry, Rosanna.
I know.
But I'm doing. Did I just push your daughter for you tomorrow?
Just cheers to the two like most lovely, nicest, like best hosts. You both like cook so well. Adam's the best baker. Like you guys are just my favorite couple. And I'm so excited for you guys. So.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.